Long John with the party line again. We're around from midnight to 5:30, 6 mornings during the week. Monday mornings we get started about 1, continue through to 5:30, and that means we're around for about 37 and a half hours each and every week. During that time, we have the pleasure of talking with many interesting people. And this morning we're going to be talking with Edward. I think it was about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Frank Edwards, the well-known news commentator, told us about an incident that happened on Friday morning, October 3rd, year 1958. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning when a freight train, number 91, on the Monon Railroad was southbound through the little town of Rossville. And he went on to describe to us what occurred. There was a sighting of about 4 unusual objects. Well, we talked with Frank yesterday morning about this. And I've been in touch with Frank just a couple of minutes before we went on the air again. And I understand that something rather exciting happened evidently this afternoon at Alamogordo. And, of course, you know that the Lorenzens are in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and they're also the people that head APRO. And APRO was mentioned in many of the newspapers recently. In reference to Carl Young, and, well, we'll find out more. Now, we're going to try to get a call through with Frank Edwards. He's now news director of WTTV in Indianapolis, and as soon as we get that call through, we'll find out what all this excitement is about, and it certainly must be a rather exciting day. At least they had one in Alamogordo, New Mexico. We'll find out all about that in a moment. Let's find out what's happening out there. Hello, Frank Edwards. Long John, how are you?
John, how are you tonight?
Fine, thank you. What happened in Alamogordo?
I got a call from Cora Lawrence a little after 7 o'clock tonight.
Yes?
She, at 8 o'clock, rather. She says that at 6 o'clock, their time, that's Alamogordo time.
At 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yes?
That one of the children came in and told them that there was something strange in the sky. And she and her husband went out, and the family across the street, Mr. and Mrs. John Romero, as I understood it, were already out watching this thing. And Mr. and Mrs. Lawrenson went out and watched it, and they had a pair of 7 power binoculars.
Yes.
It was, according to her, a gigantic cigar-shaped thing about 9 miles west of where they were standing over the San Andreas Mountains, which, as you probably know, are the mountains on the western edge of the Alamogordo or the Holloman Air Force Base. She said the thing was not more than 10 degrees above the horizon, and they could see it clearly, particularly through the binoculars. She said that the south end of the thing, it was lined up north and south, and the south end of it was slightly higher than the other end. And while they were watching it, an intensely brilliant yellow light showed up on the south end of the object several times, flashed. Very, very brilliant, she said. And then it appeared to be discharging some dark objects from the north or lower end of the object. And they couldn't tell what they were because they were too small and too indistinct even in the 7-power binoculars. But she indicated to me that she didn't think they were vapor or anything like that.
Let me ask you this, man.
Yes, sir.
Do you think this has any connection with the sighting that you reported to me yesterday morning that occurred on Friday morning, October 3rd?
Well, the sighting that I reported, or that sighting that I reported to you, was of much smaller objects, John.
Much smaller than the one that...
The one that she saw today, because at a distance of 9 or 10 miles, as they estimated this one, the object would be tremendous. She said that they were under the impression that it was about the same size as that object which was photographed over Holloman Air Force Base last November.
The one that appeared
on all the newspapers.
Yes.
Yeah, and they estimated that, to be possibly 4,000 feet in diameter.
4,000 feet?
That was what the Associated Press copy said on it.
I very frankly, I don't remember the caption, but gee, that's a good size.
That's huge, but 9 or 10 miles away, it would show up there, but it still wouldn't be very big. But anyway, this thing it began to move as though these little lights were perhaps porthole flares or something. And it turned around and went westward. And altogether, they saw it about 6 minutes, Mrs.